Good morning, and I hope you've been well, and this is part 161 of the Pokemon Rejuvenation V13.5 Let's Play. Set mode, no items, so with that being said and done, I guess we'll go on ahead and continue on. Looks like we finally made it out of there, but what was that at the end, and why was Crescent in that pod? What an incredibly rash and foolish thing to do, Amber Von Braunt. To jump into a nightmare realm like that, who knows what could have happened. Hey, a friend was in trouble and I did what I had to do. That being said, the images shown within that realm were disturbing. Frankly, I'm having a hard time piecing together what was shown. What's most interesting is why there were two of each person in those pods. It has to do with those black boxes. And all that stuff that happened to me, it did happen to me, right? It did. I don't know. I'm hungry. I guess we'll check the points real quick. Let's see. Chapter 15, Platinum Route. Here we go. When Saki learns Zara and Jean did something to her. I feel like I read that wrong. When Saki learns Zara and Jean did something to her. Here we go. Or maybe I didn't. I don't really remember, honestly. I guess I'm hungry is the only one that gets you the most points. The other two don't really seem to give any points. It's just neutral, so I'm hungry. I could go for some pizza myself. Saki, seriously, time and place girl. True, sorry, Alain baited me. Don't worry, my sister. We will get to the bottom of this, and I will be sure to bring that wretched scum that abused a Blakery so heinously to justice. Truly an icon of chivalry. I know I'm saying that word wrong, but that's okay. You are Thomas. Guess we should open this thing up, huh? Well, what do we got? Nothing but a key, probably for the elevator just outside. Really? That's all? That's all. Then we're done here. This part of the game is over. Let's make our way onto that lift. Sounds like a plan to me. Alrighty. Real quick. Yeah, there's a certain thing that might be happening this episode. And I'm not really sure why. But I kind of want my OG team for this. Oops. Let's get you on in here. And then all I need is my Noivern. Wherever you may be. There you are. It's kind of cool seeing the OGs back. Okay. Let me save here. Let me go to... And then I think we're good. I'll get, I think I had like a voice crack there or something, but I'll get more specific into it once we get to that point, but... What am I doing? I need to go back to the teleporter. Right. My bad. Okay. Everything should be healed up and ready to go. We've been going down for quite some time now. Yes, we have. We've reached the end of all of this, haven't we? Not quite, but we're nearing the end. So what's all in this for you? Why help the Puppet Master? The Puppet Master has brought things to light that I refuse to let continue. A certain person who has disgraced the Blakery name must be brought firm justice. Is that so? You know, I've been thinking, if Saki was out of the picture, you'd be the heir to the Blakery Co. In fact, it all lines up when you take what you said before. Something about erasing all Blakeries. Stop right there. No matter what, I am not in line to inherit the company, and I never said such a thing. Eh? Thomas is adopted. Because of that, he doesn't inherit the company or any of its assets. Now, I just want to apologize for hitting the side of my chair real quick. I think I made a little sound there, but that's okay. My skills were recognized to Mr. Blakery when I was 12 years old. As a result, I was brought into the family. He even gave me the Blakery name. However, it's just as Saki says, I have no place in line for the top desk, nor do I have any desire to be. Then what exactly do you want? It can't just be justice. I want to abolish evil people from the system. I want to tear them out one by one and expose, excuse me there, their corruption. I want them to rot in prison till death takes them away, and I will do it starting from the head honcho himself. Thomas? It seems we've arrived. Let's go, everyone. The main event is finally about to begin. Sounds like a plan. Oh, hey, Eric. Adam. Delpha. Eric, is that you? Yep, my name is indeed Eric, but sorry if this is rude, but do I know you guys? Right, you wouldn't recognize me now. Let's try this. Eric, don't you have something better to do than play with dolls all day? Hey, they're limited edition anime action fig. Looks like that got him. Braxton, is that you? You evolved. It's good to see you, Eric. What are you doing back here? Well, I got a letter from Saki a few days ago telling me she needed my help with a project, so here I am. You got a letter? We got one as well. Something about Saki wanting help as well. And considering what happened on Route 7, I couldn't just leave this sitting aside. Huh, that's kind of strange, isn't it? Sorry for the bother, but is Saki Blakery around? Val. I got a letter asking me to come here because Saki Blakery needed help with something. Yes, that's exactly it. How did you know that? Call it a really accurate hunch. That was weird. This energy, it's familiar. I'm sorry, I'm not following. The fountain. This energy is coming from the fountain. For a moment. It's these guys again. Adam, you don't have to tell me. Enough of this, Kieran. We don't have time to play anymore. Like a child growing up, time to throw away the useless toys. Eric, protect Valerie. You got it, boss. You did a number on us on Ascilia Pyramid. I want payback. Feel my flames. Alain, Amber, Saki, and Thomas Blakery. We'll get to him in a second. Either way, I'm glad you all are doing alright. We're fine. The bigger question is, what's going on with this? Wait, that's Reese up there. What's going on here? It's kind of a lot. Allow us to explain. What? Guys, I think I'm losing it here. I think that's a second Riza. You aren't seeing double hue. A double hue, sorry. So it's as suspected, Riza was never on our side to begin with. Everything that happened around her in the school was far too calculated, even up to the end where she was conveniently kidnapped by Thomas Blakery. Yes, there's no denying that. I'm sorry, I was working for the puppet master the entire time, but I never meant any ill will. The whole purpose of this project was to complete two things, which are to expose Mr. Blakery for his crimes against humanity, and to capture and destroy these two, Jean and the other, Riza. The fact of the matter is that these two aren't Jean and Riza. They are imposters. Allow me, I'll remove their disguises. Oh. Dun dun dun. No way, it's the people who attacked us on the pyramid. Oh wow, Hugh, bet this whole revelation to you, huh? Some people already knew this was coming. You should pay more attention. An interesting position to be in for sure. What the hell? The Jean and Riza you've all come accustomed to in the real world are not who they seem. It's just as Alita said, they are imposters. These two have been running amok around Grand Dream City, no, the entire region for far too long. If these two have been fake this entire time, then where are the real Jean and Riza right now? The real Jean and Riza have been gone for a long time. Gone? What do you mean gone? The fate of the real Riza Burnett, allow me to share that with you. Now I gotta say, I do like how they changed the scene within the like new city and whatnot. It definitely looks a lot nicer. Not that the old city was like bad by any means, but I think I brought it up before. Like the city, it just feels more like a city, honestly, when they redid all of that. So yeah, but anyways, enough of me rambling and yada yada yada. Why did you call me here? You know, a lot of people would detest being out so late, especially when Grand Dream City is undergoing storms to simulate the spring season. Not me though. I think it's wonderful. You shouldn't be in the rain. You should be in a hospital bed where they can take care of you and help you with your illness. There's no helping me anymore. I've accepted it. Riza, how could you say such a thing? This isn't fair to you. You're still out doing concerts. You're still out greeting your fans. You're letting Mr. Blakely exploit you. He isn't even helping you with those hospital bills. And you know what? I've been doing these things, your best friend, because I love you, and I don't want you to die just yet. I know Mr. Blakely is exploiting me. I know he just wants me to bring him some last-minute cash before I die. But I don't want to sit in a bed all day and wait for my last breath to come. I want to be out here. I cannot read today. I want to be out there on the stage, bringing joy and happiness to everyone. You're killing yourself. Do you not realize how you could barely stand right now? You're out here in the rain telling me all this bull crap about wanting to make other people happy. What about your happiness? At this rate, it's all over, and I can't take it. Watching you deteriorate day by day is killing me as well. Zara, maybe I'm being a hypocrite too, but I just can't stand it. If you want to die, then just leave me on out of this. Zara, just leave me alone. Zara, I said leave me alone. Riza, oh my... I'm so sorry. I didn't even know you were right behind me. You barely pushed me, but it looks like my body was at its limits. I'm so sorry. Riza, we need to get you help right now. Do you remember that dream we had once? We would be friends forever and be old and stupid. We take that retirement vacation to Kalos and be happy. Riza! Perhaps in the next life, we may just get that chance. No, stay with me. You still can't go. The future is ours, remember? The future is ours. Riza! Riza, wake up. Don't leave me alone. Riza! Lord Zara, what the actual hell are you doing? Doing what I have to do. Riza is dead. Our friend is dead. And after that, you stuffed her body into a safe and dumped her off in some junkyard? This thing isn't Riza anymore. Riza left when she died. Have you lost your mind? Why are you going through the trouble of hiding her body like this? If they find her body, they'll find out she was sick. That's something Riza never wanted anyone to know. I'm keeping her secret even in death until we meet again, and we will. What do you mean? The Ligosomnia engine was developed. That project's done. We didn't win the contest and thus no funding. We'll get the funding. Huh? Mr. Blakery will fund us, whether he wants to or not. Why would he? Because it turns out he and Cassandra have connections to Team Zen. The Ligosomnia engine, a machine that is able to project one's dreams into a digital space, and when using digitalization, one could hop into the dreams of others. But not only that, the entire landscape and worlds can be created using such a device. Underneath Access High University lies a vast chamber where the Ligosomnia engine functions. Zara and Jean blackmailed Mr. Blakery, and in turn, received secret funding for their project. But this project required sending people into a digitized space, to visit their dreams. Thus, they needed people to test on. This is when the Stone Crisis began. Out of spite for Saki Blakery, the girl who took first place in the top-notch student scholarship competition, Zara and Jean targeted people who shared the same GPA as Saki Blakery. They acquired 2 henchmen and used them to lure people outside at night. The two would transform into relatives, loved ones, love interests, and the like. The Ligosomnia engine required tremendous amounts of power, and when it failed, it caused the power in the area to shut off. As a result, the victim's energy would completely drained as well, leaving them completely encased in stone. So, See, the thing is, I kind of want to do like a spoiler rant, but there really isn't a whole lot to like spoil to begin with, honestly, because a lot was just kind of unpacked there. But I kind of want to take a moment to like dissect a lot of that for a little while, so yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get into like spoiler stuff, but yeah, if I do, I'll of course give a heads up. It's honestly like really amazing what this game has done, and it's something that I've said so many times throughout this series and the other Rejuvenation playthroughs that I've done on the channel, that it's just amazing how Jane, Zumi, and all of the other developers and just people that have, you know, in one way, shape, and form have done something to helping out with this, you know, project. It's amazing the layers, this elaborate story, the mystery, the lore, the loops, the yada yada yada. There's so many different moving parts, and again, it's incredible what has been said and done within this story. You learn about Riza wanting to make people happy. Zara, her anger issues that were brought up before, was like, hey yo, what about you? You're important. Makes a mistake. But to be fair, Riza was already on, you know, thin ice with her condition and whatnot. And for for Thomas to, you know, not even help her get funding, despite him still, you know, leeching onto her for any sort of cash, is just severely messed up, man. It sucks. Riza was unfortunately brought into a situation that there wasn't much that could have been done. Fantastic career, but that illness, man, it just got to her, and of course the wrong people got a hold of her, like Thomas Blakery, and did what the Blakerys would normally do, and it sucks. Going into the scene with Zara and Jean, and Jean's being like, what the hell? Why are you burying Riza? Like, what is going on? Now, of course, no matter what, Zara was definitely in the wrong, but you can understand her being young, not really being, the most wise student on the planet. But again, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, in some level you can understand that, because, like, again, she's still young and whatnot. The thing in her mind, people don't know about this illness. One of the things she did not want out in the public is that illness. The moment that they have her body and they do their whole thing, they're gonna find out. I have to do this. And Jean's like, this is a voice crack there, like, and Jean's like, this is so messed up, man, but we're already too deep into this. Whatever, let's just do it. They go into the Lego Somnia machine. Somehow Zara learns that Cassandra and Thomas Blakely have some sort of, you know, thing going on with her being a part of Team Zen and the corruption that he's caused. So she's over here like, I can use this to my advantage. Starts getting the funding that she needed. The Lego Somnia machine is there. She wants to use it to see Riza again. But unfortunately, Team Zen, Clear, Kieran probably heard of such a thing and was like, hey, yo, I kind of like that. We're just kind of move on in and kind of do our thing, and I think that's pretty much how it gets into the point where they kind of have control of the Lego Somnia machine in some way, shape, and form. And there's a few other things I can get into with like the pods and whatnot, but that kind of gets into spoiler stuff. Let me hold off on that for now, and I think we'll leave it at that. It's just really interesting seeing all of this kind of unfold, because at the beginning you see these bits here and there, you try to connect the dots, but you're not fully there. But it's kind of cool how it kind of unravels itself here. So I just wanted to rant about that is all. Not really anything spoiler related, but just wanted to rant about it. Please wait a moment, there are holes in this story. You said Zara and Jean's MO were people who shared Saki Blakely's GPA, but take a look at this. This piece of paper was given to us by the puppet master. As you can see here, Talon's GPA did not match Saki Blakely's. It doesn't end there either. Akane's GPA is much lower than Saki's. Things don't add up. Very cool, Amber. You found an inconsistency in our story. It's true, in fact, the entire MO changes. I wonder why. There's no need to theorize, the answer is out in the open. There's only one logical conclusion one can come to in a situation where a culprit's MO changes. That would be culprits got bored, change of heart, culprits change, a mistake. I don't think this really adds or subtract points, but I'm pretty sure a mistake is the right answer. Okay, no, it's not a mistake. Then it's the third one then. I was about to say it's the third or the fourth one. Again, it's been a while since I've done this game, or like played a game. Alright, I'm back. Sorry for the pause there. And sorry for the mistake. I was about to say, it was one of these two, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's the culprits changed. Yeah, okay. The culprits themselves change. The culprits who change were these two. Guilty as charged. I've had enough. You always cause so much mayhem and chaos for unknown reasons. Just who the hell are you guys? No point in hiding man, I cannot read today. No point in hiding our identity at this stage of the game. I suppose. Get ready. Kieran and I are from a parallel universe. While the world we're from was different, the people who roamed its lands are identical to this one. In this existence, there was also a Zara and a Jean. They lost their lives when the world fell into pieces. However, someone from their world threatened into yours. Someone from their world, sorry, not threatened, retreated into yours. Hold up. parallel universe. Someone retreated. Into yours. And build machines in the image of Zara and Jean of the other world. And build machines in the image of Zara and Jean of the other world. Those two machines are us. We were built for the sole purpose to serve our master, and thus we weren't given names. Kieran calls himself Kieran because he's Kieran. Does that make sense? Couldn't have said any better myself. In that case, just who are you? Didn't you hear me before? I am no one, nothing but an object. The truth of the matter is that I have no name. No name this whole time? That's so inconvenient. A name was unnecessary, however, if it's something that needs to be, then so be it. From this moment forward, being referred to as Clear is acceptable. Clear? Welcome to the team. Whatever, that still doesn't answer why these two became the new culprits. Long story short, Zara and Jean got whacked by these two. Getting rid of them was not our intention. Being our counterparts, we simply wanted to put them to sleep for a while, but because they were our counterparts, they had the same determination we do. Our fight was getting to a point where we could no longer hold back. Such a sad tale. Not. Anyways, they wanted access to the Lego Somnia engine. Now, I want to write this down. The reason I'm writing this down is so I can remember certain details whenever I do like a spoiler rant kind of thing, so yeah, that's what I'm doing there. And they got it. It's the reason why they were able to act so deliberately and maliciously. They project the data they gather into a digital space and go through them via simulations. Because of this, they became a threat beyond words. However, it is also their greatest downfall. The puppet master, the genius that he is, caught wind of their plans. He started hacking their systems, and little by little, new info kept draining in. But there was a wall he had to get past. Clear and Kieran's data is locked behind heavy inscription that could only be taken down by people who entered the engine through their dreams. That was the purpose of the Nightmare School. The Nightmare Realms gave away to share information already salvaged by the Puppet Master, while also providing keys to unlocking the inscription locks set up by Clear and Kieran. More and more were cleared until there was only one inscription locked left. And Alain is the one who can unlock it. If Alain is successful and the final lock is undone, all of Clear and Kieran's data will become public. We can use their information to aid Alain and everyone else in their efforts to finally annihilate them and Team Zen in one fell swoop. Do you understand, Alain? This is the trust the Puppet Master has in you. Just behind us in the final Nightmare Realm, a Nightmare Realm for you. I believe you all are forgetting something. Hold your horses. Poindexter? However you say that word. We haven't forgotten about you or Saki. She's been quite quiet back there, hasn't she? Where is... Oh, I think I saw her like right there for a second. You leave her alone, creep. She's been through a lot. Yeah, well, her job ain't done yet either. She has a meeting with the School of Nightmares headmistress. What? I don't know what Azuki has in store, but she wants you to expose Mr. Blakery for his crimes. But... No buts. This is what we must do. We're going now. Don't touch her. Oh, well. Amber just went with them. Will that be okay? Probably not, but that's not our problem anymore. Alain needs to get their tush up here and clear this final inscription lock so I can go home. So hop to it. Save here real quick. Alain, there's something I actually have to tell you. No, I'll wait until after you get back, okay? Please be safe. I can't process everything I've learned just now. My mind is going to explode. There's quite a lot to think about. Their MO change in a way so specific, but how exactly? What ties all the loose ends together? Care to tell me why you're wasting time talking to me? Oh, I get it. It's because you want to hook up with me, right? I'm such a hot piece of metal that you just want to take me home with you, huh? Well, knock it off. I got a wife and her name is Clara. Too bad. You had your chance too. At Carados, you snooze, you lose. You've been through a lot, kid, but your job ain't over with yet. I know we've been on opposite sides before, but this time it's different. We'll bring justice to those who hurt once and for all. To those they hurt once and for all. I feel like I read that wrong. I know Zara meant well with everything she's done, but the things she's done to innocent people is unforgivable. To create a world where she and I would be friends forever, was that really worth all the pain she's caused? No, right? Anyway, I don't want to dwell on the past anymore. Please unlock the final lock and finish this. Certified bro moment. I kind of thought about doing like a spoiler rant on all of this. I think I'll wait for now. The secrets behind this nightmare realm have been locked away. Alain, the fragments of your mind have been lost, haven't they? Do you truly know who you are? Learn the truth behind your past. Unlock the final lock. You know, it's something that I don't know why I get this way, man, with this kind of game, but like I played this game since I was like I think I brought it up before. I was like 16 something years old. And whatchamacallit, I think I was around 15, 16 when I first found Reborn, and then a little bit afterwards I found Rejuvenation and then Desolation, and I've just kind of been playing those games like non-stop as like, you know, a teen. And I don't know what it is, like these games, like there's certain moments that always like make me feel a certain kind of way, like I start getting like goosebumps and get all cringe and whatnot, but like this is like one of those scenes is what I'm trying to get at. I don't know what it is, but it's, I would say now it's definitely my favorite scene within the entire game. I've always had this back and forth with this scene and the one scene where Alain walks up to the old like home where the other like pro tags, you know, resided at. And I really love the older version better than the newer version of that scene. But regardless, that was easily one of my favorite scenes for the longest time. And when this one came out, I again would have to say this is like my favorite scene in the entire game. There's so many amazing like scenes and segments within the game, but personally for me, I can't think of any in my mind that I prefer more than this. It's just it's just beautifully written how they've done this. I don't want to spoil it, of course. We'll go through it one by one, but yeah, I don't know. It's just odd how a game can make you like feel an odd kind of way. I'm sure some can understand that it may be a game, maybe like a nostalgic feeling, like, I don't know, a park that you went to as a kid, the ocean, a movie, a song. There's always that really rare thing that it's like, no matter how many times I go there, see it, do things, and yada yada, it always gives me that same kind of feeling. And Rejuvenation hasn't failed to do that, is what I'm trying to say. Anyways, warning. Alert, tornado warning in Spotlight City area. Hail in the Cougar and Ambry Town area. Strong thunderstorms in Route 4 area. Hail in the Sheridan Village area. Hail in the Hiyoshi City area. Strong thunderstorms in the Hiyoshi City area. Strong winds in the Hiyoshi City area. Tornado warning in Hiyoshi City area. This is an emergency broadcast system. Multiple reports of hazardous weather reported all around Avium. The Avium Disaster Administration has set up evacuation ships at all ports available. Seek shelter or evacuate. Seek shelter or evacuate. What are we going to do? We're all going to die if we stay here. Cool it, Axel. We don't need you to scare everyone. Just keep calm and let's make it to the ports. Are we abandoning our home again? It seems we have no choice yet again. No, we cannot allow ourselves to fall into despair. We must prevail. If we work together, I'm sure we can make it out of any situation. Guys, things outside are getting really, really bad. If we're going to evacuate, then we need to get to a shelter right this instant. That was an earthquake. That felt strong too. You heard Crescent. We can't stay here any longer. No more screwing around. Move. Are you kidding me? I thought we had a deal. But I guess I shouldn't have expected anything less. Whatever. It's water under the bridge. But I'm still mad. Come on. We should get going. The puppet master wants this, right? Now, I'll probably get into a spoiler rant at some point about what he means by that. But for now, we'll continue on. My name is Crescent. I came from the Mirror region. I got to a school called Phoenix Academy in Spotlight City. All the kids in the school are ones that lost or have no guardians due to the fallout in the Mirror region. Each class is small, and I prefer it that way. In my class, there is Avis, Avia, Aria, Axel, Alain, Arrow, and Anna. Well, that's what it was in the beginning. We were all placed in the same class because our names start with the letter A. How did I get in this class then? Don't worry about it. Anyways, Something about having similarities build bonds or whatever the principal said. Wouldn't us being here under the circumstances of losing our relatives be enough? In that case, that would make me invalid. After all, my parents. Right. It's not going to get into that full story yet. Okay. Save here. It seems for the most part the school really hasn't changed at all, which is fine by me. Just kind of looking around is all. Aria? What is that thing? It looks like an ultra beast, but how is a Nihilego here? It transformed. Aria, get away from that. Aria. That's it for alligator. Use Aquatail. It didn't take any damage whatsoever. Guys, run. Forget about me. Arena? No. No way. Axel, it's too late for her. I'm sorry, but we have to go. Ari. We couldn't do anything for her. Once the Nihilego got her, it was over. They don't take damage, and they are fast. All we could do was run. Darn it. There's more to see, Alain. There's so much more to see. Arena's body is turned to stone. Arena was the peppy girl who loved all things school spirit. At first, I thought her optimism would tear away at me, but she was always so nice to me, and when I needed help, she was always there. She and her brother Axel loved and hated each other in equal amount, but I guess that's just how siblings are, right? They were always together. I was so envious of them. I once had a brother as well, Moon. We weren't close at all, but Avis, no! Oh no. It's okay, everyone. Just leave me behind. Never! Avia, I know your pain. Aria, but we have to go now. We have to. No, please. Avia, please. Don't look, okay? We must keep moving. We were foolish to believe we were unstoppable, and it's because of that arrogance that we fell into this fate. You've been arrogant too, Alain. Far too arrogant. Avis' body is turned to stone. Avis was the type of guy who dropped everything to help you out. Whenever I needed advice from something, Avis would always have an answer. He and Avia got along really well, if you know what I mean. It makes me so jealous. Infuriatingly so. So jealous that I can't take it anymore. Just stop it. Stop it. We won't let this thing happen again. Try to get these tentacles off. I'm trying. This thing is way too strong. There's no point. Just leave me here. I don't care anymore. We won't leave you. It's too late. Avia's body is turned to stone. Avia is quiet, reserved, and a bit of a genius, a master at playing the piano and baking. Though she's insanely shy, and she gets herself into rough situations with strangers because of it. I remember once Alain gave Avia a taser to see what would happen. In a panic, Avia tased around 5 people and an old lady because of it. She has issues, but she's sweet. I like her a lot. No way. This has gotta be a joke. No way I got ambushed so easily. Darn. Out-memed by a stupid jellyfish. How embarrassing can it get? Axel's body's turned to stone. If I could compare Axel to a Pokemon, it would be an Impidimp. He is chaos incarnate, a prankster that believes there are no limits to a joke. Avia finds it hard to like him, but I'm sure she still loves him like we all do. And in Axel, what the hell did you do this time kind of way. He's very fond of his sister Arena, and as a result, she's the victim of a lot of his pranks. Hopefully it doesn't take a prank too far. That would be his demise. A fitting death, though. No! Arrow! Why did you push me on out of the way? I didn't ask for you to sacrifice yourself. Why? Why are you always so difficult? Sorry, I couldn't let it get to you. You always understood me more than anyone else. I value our friendship to the highest degree. Thanks for making life worth living, Alain. It was fun. I'll never forgive you, Arrow. Crescent, it's just the two of us now. We're the last ones. We can make it. We just have to keep going. I understand. Arrow's body's turned to stone. Arrow is the silent but strong type. He was really popular in our school, much to his chagrin. He just wanted to live his life with his best friend Alain. Arrow is also the strongest trainer among our group. If there was anything we couldn't do in battle, Arrow could definitely pull it off. He was really admirable. Now, I don't know if it would have been like right here, but somewhere within the school, if you're going for the renegade route, a passage kind of way would like open upwards, and that's how you kind of get on the renegade route if anyone's curious. There's certain things that must be done in order to actually achieve the renegade route, and of course I do have a few videos going over how to get the Renegade route if you wish to check that all out. I probably could have condensed that a lot more smaller because I think it's a very lengthy kind of video, but that was like a number of years ago, so yeah. And of course this is a Paragon route game, not Renegade. Even after running for so long, they're still chasing us. Not even my Pokemon are able to scratch this thing. It's like their skin is made out of an indestructible material or something. Alain, what do we do? The road behind us has been torn apart by the earthquakes. At this point, we won't survive. Down there, in that crevice. Could that be... what? Crescent. Over these past couple of months, I think we've gotten really close. Thank you. Alain, what are you... At this rate, the both of us won't survive this storm. I thought because of my circumstances, I would always be alone, so I would be awful and push people away. At first, I pushed you away as well, but for some reason, you just toughed it out and stayed with me. Crescent, thank you for believing in me. You are my best friend, and I love you. Please, let me repay that kindness you've shown me all that time ago. Alain, I don't like this. Who knows? Maybe we'll be friends again in the next life, but for now... If that didn't kill you, you'll make it. You should be fine. Crescent, please live on for all of us. And please forgive me. Guess we'll save right here. Now, I don't know if they removed it. Isn't there a certain... Here we go. You are now a part of the super secret club. Only people part of the super secret club will know what this means. Please go away. Unfortunately, I have no clue what it means, but... yeah. Somehow seeing all of that for a second time was far too painful. Although all of that was not exactly how it went down, they did say that nightmare realms are constructed purely on data, so I'm not too surprised that it wasn't truly correct, but the end result is the same. I guess we'll save right here. Storm 9 truly was nothing short of a calamity, with the weather being strange weeks before we expected something. We got what? Sorry, I read that wrong. What we got was something else entirely. We didn't want to see it again. We didn't want to relive it again. But you came here, woke me up, and let us relive hell once more. Alain, I despise you. You piss me off to the point where I can't stand it. Just who the hell do you think you are? Why does suffering never end? Even in a time of happiness, despair is right there to rear its ugly head. We are tired. I will fight for our peace. I won't hold back, and you shouldn't either. I do like how they honestly redid Alain's sprite, how compared to like V13, this one, it has more frustration, anger, like sadness within his expression. It's amazing what they've done. Not the best of leads. That did a lot. Right, I guess I'll... There's a multitude of teams that can work, and it's kind of tricky with this battle because like each pro tag has a different team, so it's kind of hard for me to help out players because again, each one is going to have a different team and all of that. But anyways, let's go for Super Fang. Claire's the only one that makes sense to me, honestly. Only play that makes sense is just to attack. I was kind of hoping to do a little more, but I think I lose to Kangaskhan here. The only chance I have is... I thought I would have been taken out. Just go for the offense. Yeah, I lose here. I gotta play this a little bit differently. Plus, to be fair, the lead that I had wasn't really the best, so there's that as well. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for the pause there. I kind of realized that I saved in a not so good spot, so I just went back to an old save. So yeah, what I'm gonna do for my second try is lead with Sonar. I kind of thought about Bamboo, but I kind of honestly want to keep it healthy. I'm trying to remember Alain's team fully. I know there's like a Haxorus, which is going to be really scary. The Kangaskhan is going to be pretty threatening. And there's a few other like Araquanid and whatnot, but we'll see what happens. We'll see how this goes. Okay. Actually, wait, no, I remember. Araquanid, Pikachu, Haxorus, Mega Kangaskhan, Araquanid, Scrafty. Those are his 6. Now, the reason it's kind of dumb, I kind of want to win with like my OG team as like the pro tag, what I would normally like use, but I don't know if it's really the right combo. Honestly, it's not even the right combo for his team, but I just kind of want to see if I can pull it off. Great start. I really wish I didn't have sticky webs on my side, but that just is what it is. I'm gonna keep Sonar healthy. Let's go into Olympia. Crit kinda sucks, but it happens. That takes care of that. I think this is the only play that makes sense. I lost yet again. Unless I get a flinch. Oh, nope. I'm shocked that we even took a hit. Let me think about this for a second. Because if I'm not, well, it's gonna go for fake out. No, we don't take a fake out from this thing. Just let Sonar go. I'm gonna, The thing that scares me though is the Haxorus. The reason I kind of want to keep Bamboo healthy is if somehow I can get a paralysis on it. Olympia, going to you, but I do that -1, it's gonna go for return. And I don't know if Sanders can really take a return. Because I'm thinking if I can take a hit, Skyber Cut, I don't think it OHKOs, but it definitely does over half. Speed boost back to neutral, I should be able to outspeed. It just depends if I could take a hit. And I don't know if I can, honestly. Okay. Now back to that, I think I outspeed. I don't. Okay. Good to know. I just noticed it's level 86. That, well... Am I adamant? No, I'm even jolly. Okay. Well, I guess to be fair, Kangaskhan's what, base 90 or 100? And Blaziken's like base 80, so no, it makes sense. It makes sense. Shift gear might have been a better play, honestly. I just didn't wanna... Actually, no. Shift gear would have... Shift gear, it goes for pup. And sorry, pup is... I'm just shortening it for power punch. And then I guess I would have outsped and done more to Haxorus and outsped. Yeah, I should have shift gear. That was a misplay. It's not over yet. If I can get a paralysis, that'd be kind of cool, but I don't think I even take a hit, yeah, from a life orb. Yeah. The play would have been the shift gear. That would have been the play. Now, I don't know if a shift gear would take it out by any means, but I don't think it would, but if it does, like, way over half, then as you can see, Olympia took that hit there, so yeah, I'd have to play slightly differently, but for some reason, I think I can get there. I just misplayed at the very end. And then I'm pretty sure Pikachu just takes me out here. Yeah. Let's try that again. I think I might be able to get this. Alright, take 3. Let's go through that again. Let's see. Air Slash. Okay, so I guess this time we land. Okay. I do want to keep... I just like it because it's just really fast. I want to keep it healthy. I kind of thought about like staying in, but I'm like, I really wanted to stay healthy, honestly. That does that. Go for Earthquake. Go into Sonar. It's gonna go for DD. Air Slash here. Okay, I got a little lucky there. I mean, no matter what, it's gonna go for a fake out first. So just let it do its thing. Now let me think. We're in a really okay position right now. If I go for Tailwind, what does that even do for me? I think Super Fang is to play. I could try going for flinches, but getting it at half HP sounds better, because then Super Fang, half HP, go into Kitty. Shift gear at +1, it should take it out with gear grind. Haxorus is on the field. I think it sounds good in the head, but I don't know if it'll work. That's heartbreaking. I think I would have had it. This was such a good game. Yeah. Okay. That's a little heartbreaking, because Gear Grind would have easily done over half. We know that Olympia is able to take a hit, Earthquake takes it out, and then Pikachu versus any of these guys at full HP, we had it. We had it. Unless somehow I get a super crit, then I think it's game over. Yeah, no. Let me think for a second. Well, the problem is life or it OHKOs anything on the field. That's the problem. Bamboo certainly does not take a hit. Sanders does not, and with Sticky Web up, yeah, it's over. Yeah, that really sucked. That sucked a lot. The only chance I have is some sort of low roll, but I strongly doubt that. Haxorus. Is Dragon Pulse and Power Gym both like base like 80 or 90. Let me look. 85 for deep holes. Both are not going to be stab either way, but whatever does more than the other is the one I'm going to go with. Deep pulse does slightly more. It's 85 versus 80. That flinch was also heartbreaking. That really sucked, man, because like that gear grind miss and that icicle crash thing flinch that happened, whatever it was. Oh, we had it. We had it. We so had it. At least I know I can win with this team, but oh man, that was so good game to him. Good game. We'll get it. We'll get it. Alright, gamers. 4th try. Hopefully no hiccups this time. I know we got a little bit lucky at the beginning with some of the turns, but that end was brutal. Missing gear grind and that flinch. That was so brutal. Cause like I was like, when I saw like that Alola Muck actually take an Earthquake, I was like, oh wait, there's actually a chance. And then Pokemon was Pokemon. Alright, Air Slash again. Nice. Aggron's on the field. We're gonna go into Olympia. You know, probably be more wise the rock slide and not allow it to get its boost like that. The problem that I have is I know that like the AI in the game can play somewhat differently depending on what you do, so I don't want it to do something really wacky that I'm not used to. That's kind of why I'm playing somewhat the same way as I did before. So DD here, Air Slash is the only play that makes sense. If I'm not mistaken, we were able to take one hit. I have to redo that. Yeah. Because I mean... yeah, I can't do that. Alright, 5th time is the charm. I'm just gonna keep saying that until we get the win. Air Slash makes sense to me. Air Slash makes sense to me. Let's try that again. That happens. Nice. You know what? I'm gonna pause. Let me just redo this battle in the same way that I did before till we get to that scenario again with like the Kangaskhan and us shift gearing. I feel like I'm just being repetitive at this point. I think most know exactly what I'm trying to do to get the win. I would definitely suggest you just do your own thing. There are way better teams than this. I'm just being stubborn and I want my OG team to win. I know it can. I've seen that it can. It's just gonna take a few tries, honestly. Okay, I lied. I want to show what I do, honestly, with this battle. So, what you've seen so far, I got a game that I went for air slash, it went for sticky web, I air slash again, Araquanid's gone, it swapped into the Aggron. This time what I did differently is I went for rock slide, breaking the sash, and it went for earthquake. I believe it got a crit on me, and then I pretty much took it out like second earthquake, and now scrap these on the field. So again, I want to go into sonar. I will say any sort of flinch would be fantastic for me. Fantastic. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Kangaskhan is on the field. Super Fang's the only play that makes sense. It's gonna go for fake out, but afterwards, getting half of its... Okay. Let's try this. Okay then. It appears you do not want me to win. And I understand that. I don't think I even can pull this off, honestly. I'm certainly gonna give it my best effort, but unless I get like some crit here. Ah. I forgot about Life Orb. As much as I want a gunk shot, I don't want to miss. Okay. As long as I don't get flinched a ton, I think I actually got it. Okay, we did it. We did it, we did it, we did it. I'm so happy, man. I'm so happy. Why can't you just let us sleep, please? No way. This can't be happening. I lost? My resolve wasn't enough? Not even the depths of my own heart. No. It's all just too painful. Get away. It's going to be okay. I'm here. It's going to be okay. But what if it won't be? We have to face Storm 9 again, face that horror. We risk losing all of our friends once again. Malia, Alita, Ren, Aaron, everyone we know, they're all going to die. We'll do this together. Why do I have to? We have been forced into a role that we wish to have no part in, a role that cannot be fulfilled by us. We ask for help. Wasn't that in our contract? I'm on your side. I know you're on my side. On our side, sorry. You always have been from the beginning. From the very beginning. I see. Let's wake up together. I'm sorry. We can't hide anymore, can we? This is our duty. No matter what, we understand now, Alain. We understand. We're sorry. There. That should do it. It took me a long time to gather your soul, but it was worth it. Alain, please come back to me. We'll be together. Alain. Alain, you're back. You're finally back. I'm glad. After everything, I finally have you back in this world again. Why? We'll be okay. We're not in any danger anymore. It was a bit of a task to get to this point, but we can start over at least. At last, or at least, whatever it said, sorry. As long as I'm able to take care of the loose ends, then everything should be able to fall into place. All we have to do is... Crescent, why in the hell did you bring me back to life? Huh? Aren't you happy? I gave you back your life. We can continue living our lives now. This is completely out of line. I didn't ask for you to bring me back like this. What are you talking about? I did this for us. I did it for you. I did this for us. You should be happy that I went through all that trouble to do this. Crescent, there's talking going on in my head. What did you do to me? I don't understand what's happening. You shouldn't be hearing things in your head. Maybe it's a side effect of the black device. Please sleep for a while. You'll feel better after you rest. I can promise you that. The voices have stopped. What were they in the first place? Greetings. Who are you? I could ask you the same question, Alain, but no. You aren't quite Alain. You're much more than that. The voices in your head may be chaotic and loud, but they are not unfamiliar, yes? What do you want with me? I am here because of your potential. This world won't last in its current state. If left to continue, it would be destroyed by evil forces. I am here to ask you for help. Us? Correct. You fit the criteria for my next interceptor. One who can change fate itself, one who lives outside of my own control. And with your potential, I believe a good future may be possible. No, we don't want any of that. Can't you see? We don't want to be this interceptor. We understand that the world is on its path for ruin, but we just can't do it. We're all just so... tired? I understand. Your experiences with Storm 9 and the Nihiligo have torn away at yourself and spirit. Now, I will do a spoiler rant, but keep in mind how she knows about those kind of events. As a player, you might not recognize her fully, you might here and there, but just kind of keep that in mind. It's an interesting detail that I think a lot of new players may overlook, because in my mind, it's like, how do you actually know that? You weren't there. But again, I'll get into that in a little bit. You lack the ambition to bring out your potential and use its capabilities. Very well then, allow me to offer you a deal, a contract if you will. Whether or not you choose to accept being the interceptor, that is what you will be. However, I can call someone else for help and they'll do your duties for you. Do our duties for us? Correct, a being not from this world will inhibit your mind. As a result, you all will sleep deeply in the subconscious of this individual. You will be able to put your put your soul to rest. However, there is a caveat to this particular deal. In doing this, the power the role of an interceptor would present to you will be cut in half. Additionally, you will lose control of your body permanently. Even if you are to wake up, if you're able to wake up again somehow, this fact will not change. It would be equivalent of a second death. Do you understand? What about Crescent, our friend? We can't just abandon her, not again. She will be fine. I have a feeling it will work out somehow. That is based off data on her character. What may actually happen is up in the air. You'll just have to take my word on this. We wouldn't want nothing less than a perfect future for the people of this world, but our time on this planet has expired. We do not belong here. And as such, we accept this offer. Then it is a contract. You, Alain, will be replaced by Alain. Then it is a contract. You, Alain, have been replaced. My interceptor. You will have no memory of this meeting. I will edit this world to fit your existence and criteria. Crescent will now call you by Alain, as that is what she knows you by from this moment on, and you will bring prosperity and peace to the land of Avium. No, to this world, to all worlds. You will be its saving grace, O Interceptor, great Interceptor. Change our fate, as that is your nature. Well, that was a really eventful and long episode. The Nightmare Realm's lock has been undone. Alain, you did it. All of the locks have been undone. The encryption placed upon this realm by Clear and Kieran is completely gone. I know what I put you all through was rough. I put you all through dangerous and life-threatening tasks, but with this, you change the world. Thank you. I will repay this debt, I promise. I'm saving right here. Similar to the last episode, I want to do a long spoiler rant, just unpacking all of that. So yeah, if you don't want to listen, that's totally fine. Now I will say this, it's pretty much going to be the end of the episode, so if you don't care to listen for spoiler reasons or just don't want to, listen in general, then that's pretty much it for the episode. Love you guys. Take care of yourselves out there. See you guys in the next episode. Good morning. Okay, now on to the few, sorry, hitting the mic there, to the few that may want to listen. So yeah, heavy spoilers ahead, so okay, one final time, we are in heavy spoiler territory. If you do not want to listen, I would highly advise you listen to the rest of this episode. So yeah, you have been warned. So going to the very beginning, the Nightmare Realm, you see the storm going on. Clearly that's Storm 9. At least that's what it's said to be. I would 99.9% say with certainty that that is the storm that Malia is going after, the Storm Chasers are going after, Spacia, Tempa, all that kind of stuff. That's that storm that happened many years ago. It tears through the region, tornadoes, hail, thunder, rain, earthquakes, all these natural disasters unfolding across Avia. You see us in the school being like, oh my god, this sucks, we gotta go, hurry. We run, one by one. Avis, Avia, Arena, Axel, Aereo, and then Alain is next. Now you may be curious on Anna, that one character that is more so kind of like a secret kind of character. She's not there because if I'm not mistaken, I believe she passed away at some point early on. How and why that is, I don't quite remember, but go back to the tombstone where you see Anna's, grave there. So unfortunately, she's passed on long before. So it's just all of them, including Crescent. They go through the emotions, they get captured one by one, it's interesting going to the Nihiligo. Why is it that they turned them into stone? I go back to Indrid. Let's just go off of the idea that Indrid is the one that created and started Storm 9. Why that is, I don't know. Is it a thing that he's like, I have to just wipe it all off, or wipe the slate clean and end everything for everybody? I don't know. Does it have something to do with Team Zen doing all of that? Maybe, but I'm going to safely assume Indrid is the one that does Storm 9. Now, of course, yes, Varaya is the orchestrator on this whole play here, but push her to the side for a moment. I don't want to talk about her right now. Let's just keep it very simple and easy with what we know. Let's just say Indrid is most likely the one that is stirring the pot here, doing all of this. It could have some stuff with Team Zen, Blakeries, and yada yada, but I think it's something that's out of their wheelhouse, and only Indrid is really capable of doing something that wacky and that wild. Go back to him, you know, being like Yveltal for an example. It makes sense. Draining the life with the Nihiligo, is it a thing that gives him more strength, more power because of the battle that he had with Nimra and the other protectors of Avium, being like, okay, we win the battle, I'm weakened, I need sustenance, or substance, however you want to word or call it. Nihiligo from this different world, you do this and that, I need life energy, yada yada, I want death, and yeah. I think that's what's going on across the entire Avium region. Because again, it's not exclusively the protags. Go back to Hiyoshi, where there's so many people trapped in stone, still there, petrified, forever and ever until there's a cure. So, yeah. Storm 9 happens, you get to the very end, Crescent Alain. Alain looks over and sees some sort of sparkly thing. I don't know if it's a crevice or something else, but he mentions, can that be? And then he doesn't think twice, and he says his final words, you've stuck with me even though I've tried pushing you all away. I will forever be thankful, and I will love you. And he does what he has to do, pushes her, hoping that that doesn't kill her, and if it doesn't, it gives her a chance to go on and live on. So we now get to the scene where we battle Alain, the original protag. It's like I mentioned before in spoiler rants, that you, the protag, you don't have to be playing as Alain. It could be Anna, Ario, Avis, etc, etc. I don't need to list them all again, but whoever you're playing at, you get into this back and forth with them. Now, I believe each one says something different based off of their personality, but regardless, the memories are too painful. They don't want to continue on. You go into battle, whether you win or you lose, I feel like in some way kind of matters and kind of doesn't. It just alters the dialogue, and I don't know if it has any significance down the line, whether you did or did not win against your protag opponent. Wrong word. Opponent is what I'm trying to say, sorry, not component, opponent. So, you go through all of that, whether you win or lose, you go through the emotions with them. We can do this. I'm sorry. It's going to be okay. I promise, okay? And there's doubt, there's worry, there's anxiety, all these emotions flooding through them because they don't want to relive that again. And rightfully so. It's a very traumatic situation that unfolded during Storm 9. It's not exactly how Storm 9 played out, but it's very identical to what it would have been. And the scenario would have been just about the same. You get to the scene with the SS Oceana. Crescent is like, I finally gathered your soul. It took me so long to finally do this, but it's done. It's over with. Come back to me, my love. Alain appears in the room. He's mad. He's upset. He's like, why in the actual hell did you bring me back? And Crescent's like, what do you mean? I missed you. I loved you. I cared for you. Like, aren't you happy? You should be thankful. And Alain is like, no, like, what? Like, this isn't right. This is wrong to bring something back from the dead. And then the voices are like, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts. Why is this happening? And of course, Crescent's like, just go to bed. I'm sorry. Just rest. You'll feel better when you wake up. And then goes to sleep. But then that's when she appears. Varaya herself. You've seen her here and there within the story. You see her within the pyramid with Adrest. You get a glimpse of her within the Doom timeline where Malia awakened. You see that small little like static kind of scene. She appears there for a second and then she disappears. You see her within like the third layer within some like past memories in a sense because of Malia hooking herself up to that one machine. You hear her name very vaguely, very littly. Littly's not really a word, but very little throughout the game. And you get a little bit more now. You're going to be my next interceptor. You have so much potential. You can save this world and so many other worlds. Be my interceptor. And Alain is like, oh hell no, I ain't doing that. I don't want to redo this again. It hurt, it sucked, my friends are gone, the voices are there of my, you know, my friends, my past and all this kind of stuff. I can't do it, I'm not going to. And she's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Settle down. How about this? Let's make a compromise. I'm gonna bring somebody else from a different world. They're gonna take over your body. Your soul and all still gonna be there, but it's gonna be put to rest. Some things might resurface, and you might wake up a little bit, but as long as you don't see some of that, you'll be okay. Do we have a deal? And Alana's like, okay. And then she's like, okay, cool. Half of your power is gone, so you'll only be at 50%. You'll be put to sleep. Alain will take over Alain, or whoever your protag name is, and you go back to the scene where they unlock the Nightmare Realm. Sorry, the Nightmare Realm is unlocked, not like Varaya unlocked it herself, but you get the point. I just worded that weird, but going through all of that, it's such an interesting thing. Getting into like Varaya's role, being like, you can save this world, it's destined for failure, but what's so unique is, again, when you learn more about Varaya, how she's made this elaborate story. In a sense, she made it this way. Now, I don't know if it has some... I've had so many ideas with Varaya. I don't know what she's thinking. I honest to God don't. She's one of the most interesting characters within this entire game. And I go to, does she even want an ending? You see that there's like a parallel world. Go back to like Kieran and all of that kind of stuff, and Claire's saying that kind of thing. There's so many different versions, so many different worlds, so many different games. Go back to what V said within the Missing Children side quest, that she was a interceptor from yada yada time. And even Varaya says, you're going to be my next interceptor, implying that there has been multiple interceptors within this game. Maybe not this one in particular, but all sorts of different games, all sorts of different timelines that have been started and made a possibility by Varaya herself. Go back to, you know, Adrest within Karma Files. We're about to see that somewhat soonish, where he's like, wait a minute, you were supposed to be dead. I thought, Varaya, you were going to sacrifice yourself to make it better for these people. He finds the truth, the system ups and deletes him, and there's more to Varaya than what's being said. And it's really interesting. I go back to, is it a thing when she, you know, got into the whole AI, RCA statue, system core AI thing, whatever you want to call it or word it. I don't know exactly what to call it, but let's just say all of that for an example. When she and the volunteers did the thing, was it something that somehow the system overrid her and she doesn't really have much control at all, and she's constrained to the system itself, and she has, again, no hearsay at all? Is it a thing that she has all the hearsay, all the power, all the control, and she's like, hey, I made it. Now that I made it, I get to have fun. I get to experiment, I get to do trial and error, without God breathing down my neck being like, stop it. No, put that soul away. You can't be experimenting on that. You leave that Pokemon alone. Full freedom, full control. It's like her own playground, her own, just like world. Is it just her doing that so she can do all of that? Is it something that's more of a good kind of thing, being like, hey, I kind of screwed up my world. I want to have a little fun here, but it's not for just me to have this fun little playground that I could do whatever I want. It's to find the perfect world, the perfect timeline that I'm like, okay, if this one works compared to all the others that are like, bad, kind of good, not really the way I want it. If this one is perfect, the karma points are fulfilled, the characters do what they need to do, the story's amazing, then this is the world that'll go on and be able to be free from the shackles of my predetermined story, my predetermined world. Because again, go back to what she said before on later versions, that you learn that it's all predetermined. Every choice, every word, every breath, every movement is predetermined by Viraya. And of course, again, the Interceptor, we live outside of Fate's passage. So whether we want to tip the good or bad, it's up to us. But again, is it just a thing when she gets that perfect ending that it's like, okay, I'm lifting the shackles, do what you want to do, good job? Or is it something more darker in a sense that it's like, oh hey, the perfect world has been made. Now, I and the other Garufans and whatnot will inhabit this world now that it's so perfect. And then they kind of like get back into like control of this world, if it turns out to be the right one for them. Because again, there has been a lot of trial and error within all sorts of different games. I don't know. There are a multitude of things that run in my mind with Viraya. And I don't know the end goal. I don't know it with her. I think with that being said and done, we'll stop there with a spoiler rant. Well, I must say that was a very lengthy episode. Definitely one of the more longer ones, but that's okay. That's okay. Definitely one of my favorite episodes, honestly. With that being said and done, that'll be it for today's episode. I love you guys. Please take care of yourselves out there, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Good morning.